Hello, everybody, this is Kyrix with another episode of This Week in Kyrix. This is for the week of Wednesday, I almost said September, April 17th of 2019, and it's being recorded on Thursday. I have decided to switch it up. We are going to play some SubNautica. I'm tired of doing the whole, blank screen, no game thing. And I haven't played Viscera Cleanup Detail in such a long time that I've, forgotten what I was doing, and I don't want to just jump back in right now. I might resume it at a later time, but for now, not so much. Now, let me just check. Yeah, my mic's on. Anywho, I have been rather busy this week. And yet not very busy at all, as I was off Tuesday, and I did some Pokemon. It was fun. I actually started a tournament for the card players, which I can announce the prize now, because this isn't going up until it's far too late for them to know anything. But basically, with me working at Walmart, I happened to see some Pokemon cards on sale. Specifically stuff for the new Detective Pikachu movie. Now, the things that caught my eye were, they were, these little, I don't know what to call them, basically special, packs where you would have, in this case, Greninja, Charizard, and Mewtwo as special EX cards. The difference between EX and GX tend to be final form cards that you have to evolve to, unless they're legendaries. Whereas EX are just, oh, this is a Charizard you play as a basic, So EX is... Actually, no, I think they are GXs. Either way, they're very good cards, or at least the Greninja is. And they cost about $20. I'm like, you know what, I've been doing pretty good for money the past couple paychecks. I've paid off pretty much everyone I need to pay off. It wouldn't take a whole lot for me to basically get some of those packs. And on top of that, there's the actual Detective Pikachu little bonus packs for $10 as well. So basically the top 3 scorers are going to get those. Each one's gonna get the Detective Pikachu mini pack with some boosters and a Detective Pikachu card and a coin to flip. And
rebooted in emergency mode with one directive to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the data bank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
And sorry, it's I'll get into what I'm doing here in a couple minutes. But yeah, basically, winner's gonna choose which of the 3 packs, the Greninja, the Mewtwo, and the Charizard they want. Second place gets next choice, and third place just gets what's left over. Seems fair. Yeah, I definitely need these. Oh shit, hi. That is what that was. I'm like, this looks disturbingly like the geyser, but surely they wouldn't start me right next to the fucking geyser. Surely they would. Now, I've been wanting to do a recording of SubNautica for a while, but problem being, people like Markiplier have already run this, and they ran it back when the game was new and still in like early access and shit. So new things were constantly being discovered, and they were discovering the game as well, and it just... I'm not that. I've seen Markiplier's full run-through, I've seen a couple choice vids from Jacksepticeye and a couple other people, So this isn't blind for me, and it's not when the game was new either, so... kind of missing out on a lot of the appeal of that. But I also really want to play SubNautica because it's a fun game. I considered doing it as part of TWiKing, but I'm like, no, I can't do it as This Week in Kyrix because I'm doing Viscera Cleanup Detail, and... well, here I am anyway.
blueprint acquired.
Now, I'm not fantastic at this game. I do, to an extent, know what I'm doing, but it's a well-known fact that I get lost easily, and that's going to bite me in the dick here.
Oxygen.
Yes, I know. I need to breathe. Alright, so for right now, what I'm doing is I'm just gathering shit. But anyway, I've got that whole contest. I'll update you on that next week. Now, I was off Tuesday. I was also off Wednesday, and wonder of wonders, I am off today. And yeah, that's a little weird, because I'm not supposed to have 3 days off in the same paint week, you know? It's just... What happened was, Monday, I was scheduled to work this day. You know, did my job, went home. Tuesday, I did, you know, Kyrix stuff. And then Wednesday rolls around, and I keep checking my schedule fairly often because there's this big event coming up. And by event, I mean we're going to be doing inventory for the store. And for whatever reason, the supervisor has decided that Cap 2, my division, is going to be pulling unspeakable amounts of overtime for that entire 2-week process. And he needed 8 people, I'm one of them, to come in 2 hours early and stay as much as 2 hours late every day they worked. I'm all for that, you know, it gives me more money in the bank. So, the funny thing is, my schedule wasn't accurate. Like, I was supposed to work 5 days that week. I'm only listed as working 4. None of them was the day that I was supposed to have off, and they all have me coming in my normal 2 to 11 cycle. So I kept checking to see if it was finally updated, and not only was it not updated, but mysteriously today was off. So Wednesday night, I called. I'm thinking, well, personnel's going to be closed. Maybe I can get a hold of a manager. Couldn't get a hold of a manager, and I spent about 20 minutes on hold. And they basically said, look, I can't get a hold of anyone. I'm sorry, etc. Let's turn this salvage into titanium real quick. So, I decided, okay, in the morning, Thursday, I'll just do what I gotta do. You know, seems like a good idea. I'll just, you know, call them in, get that shit taken care of. But, for whatever reason, I couldn't reach anyone.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally.
There we go. Now I'm much better off than I
Safety,
was.
this setting cannot be overridden.
So anyway, where was I? So I call in, and, you know, the woman I talk to tries to connect me, and no one answers. So then she's like, okay, I'll try and connect you to customer service. As she says customer service, the phone cuts me off. So I get hung up on, not her fault, not my fault. It just like, nope, you're done talking. I call back, and she's like, okay, I'm going to try and get you a hold of a manager. Manager picks up, and as the manager is introducing herself, I even think I knew which one it was, but as she was trying to say her name, I got cut off again. Then I tried to call back, and nothing. I get no answer at all. So I'm thinking, okay, this is just fucked. So I call Reaper, because he's due to come over today. He was due. He's been over and gone already to do some yard work. And I ask him, hey dude, you're coming over still, right? He's like, yeah, I should be there. I'm leaving at 11. I'm like, okay, cool. Would it be possible for you to take, first I said me and the bike, and then I decided no, just me. But take me to work so I can talk to someone in person and see what the fuck's going on. It's like, yeah man, I can take you. So we get me into work, and I'm wandering around in the back. I finally run into one of the managers, and I ask him, I'm like, hey, my schedule's fucked. I show him, he's like, well, if it says you're off, free day off. I'm like, okay, you're a witness, and I even screen capped it afterwards. So I'm home today. Now, as long as this isn't repeated next week, I'm fine. I can deal with a 9-day check over a 10-day check. I tend to get enough little time nibbles of overtime here and there, as well as legitimate overtime, that I can make up the loss of 8 hours. Or at least make it up well enough that I'm not going to be financially crippled over this shit. But if this is repeated next week, I'm going to have to tell him, hey, I kind of need these hours, you know. I have no points, I come in early every day, etc. Please give me more work time. Incidentally, I am one of only 5 people in the Cap 2 division who was able to sign a thing for what's called core hours, where I'm basically contractually guaranteed 32 hours a week. Yeah, I'll get to that. And according to that, I should, within a couple weeks, allegedly just start having either Monday and Tuesday or Tuesday and Wednesday off consistently every week, with some Fridays. Now, obviously, I'm less concerned about the Fridays, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, I need tools. I need one of this. It's gonna take some silicone rubber. That is incorrect. There we go. Alright, I got me one of this. That's going to be important.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime.
Alright, I'm going to need a silver and some glass.
Exception.
And I'm definitely going to need one of this. Oh, I can do that right now. Oh, not. You fuckhead.
Detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core, sustained during planet fall.
So anyway, I'm going to have to go in tomorrow and say, hey, can you adjust this thing for me, etc., etc.
Blueprints from salvage technology and to accord alien
and we'll see where that goes, basically. I'll put this in there. This is gonna get me some glass. Oh, I'd say, why am I swooshing? But it's swooshing that for me. Oh, you're important. You're important. I'll get you.
Discovered. Alien life forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy. New creature discovered.
Okay, that should be enough of that for now.
New blueprint
some of that.
acquired.
So, like I said, I'm gonna try and get that whole schedule thing sorted out so that I've got my overtime week, because I should be pulling like 10 to 20 overtime hours a week for those 2 weeks, which will give me all the money I need to do all the things I need in May. Okay, this is a thing I can apparently do, but I'm not gonna. That's also apparently a thing I can do that I'm not gonna. I will turn him into filtered water, because I'll need that later. Power cell, don't need that yet. Oops, gonna turn that thing as well. So, I saw a lot of movies this week. I saw Shazam, which was a lot of fun. It was a bit cringy, because here's the thing. When it comes to Billy Batson, no matter what media he's in, Billy Batson is a child pretending to be / turned into an adult. And that will always have a certain amount of cringe to it. It just will. Whenever you have a kid pretending to be an adult because they don't know what that's about, they're gonna do stupid shit, and you're just gonna be like, oh. So I did kind of block out parts of the movie because I just don't do cringe well at all. I just don't. But aside from those parts, which again were expected, it's just kind of a Shazam Captain Marvel thing. It's a pretty good movie. I do recommend it. I did enjoy it. Here's the funny thing. There is, as you probably know, a bit of a rivalry going between the two Captain Marvel movies. That is the Carol Danvers Captain Marvel and the Billy Batson Captain Marvel turned Shazam. Right? And the director Shazam doesn't want there to be a rivalry, but there's gonna be because, you know, they came out about the same time. One's been Captain Marvel a lot longer than the other. It's just kind of inherent, you know. But there's a crowd, the SJW crowd, who are gonna favor Carol Danvers just because she's a woman. You know, she's a minority, or not a minority. She's got the oppression points. But here's the thing: Shazam has more of those. And I'm gonna get into spoiler territory here, so if you haven't seen the movies and you might wanna skip this part. But basically, let's track oppression points here. Carol Danvers is a woman. That's her points. She's a female superhero. That's her big selling point. Is, hey, here's a female superhero. Well, in Shazam, there are not one, but two female superheroes. There are not one, not two, but three minority superheroes. And there is a disabled superhero. There are 6 in total. Some of them fall into more than one camp. Like, one of the female superheroes is black. So, we've got a black girl, we've got a white girl, we got a Hispanic guy, we got an Asian guy, we got a guy with a messed up leg, and all 6 of them are orphans. So when you play Oppression Bingo, Shazam wins. And I find that really funny. Because that's, in the crowd that gives a shit about that thing, like, where they don't necessarily want the better movie, they want the more woke movie. They try and market Captain Marvel that way, but Shazam wins it. Now, for what it was, I enjoyed Captain Marvel just fine. It's not my favorite of the Marvel movies by a long shot. I'd put it about where I'd put Thor 2, or Captain America 2, which a lot of people loved Captain America 2, but I don't. I don't do the whole spy thing. That's why I keep telling people I would never watch a Black Widow movie. I'm amazed that I actually got that crash fish. I've never been able to do that with a wild one. Jesus fuck, try blasting me out of the water, why don't you? Literally blasted my ass out of the water. I'm actually a little impressed by that.
Detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems.
But yeah, I've never managed before to scan a wild crash fish before. They always blow up too fast. The fact that I got him's pretty damn cool, actually. But yeah, I watched Shazam. I saw Captain Marvel like a week or two ago. Tuesday night. I was gonna see it last night, but I'm like, no, you know what? I'll go and see it today, Tuesday. Right after having seen Captain Marvel, because the movie basically let out at midnight, and I figured that it would be late, but I didn't math it correctly to midnight. I'm like, okay, this movie's gonna let out late, and I do not want to rush home and try and make myself go to sleep after seeing this movie, knowing that I have work tomorrow. Joke's on me, I didn't. But yeah, that was the mindset I had, so I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'll go see this tonight. And here's the thing, I have seen both of the live-action Hellboy movies. And not only have I seen both of the animated Hellboy movies, I actually watched them both again last night. Blood and Iron and Sword of Storms. Though I saw them in the other order I saw. Sword of Storms first, then Blood and Iron. And I've also seen the new Hellboy. And I've told myself for a while I'm not gonna want to see a Hellboy that wasn't headed by Ron Perlman. And I'm gonna say, after seeing new Hellboy, I don't even know the guy's name, the actor, I still would rather that have been a Ron Perlman movie. But I had fun. He wasn't bad, I just think Perlman's better. And I could watch more of those. If they make a Hellboy 2, a Hellboy 3, Hellboy 4 with the same actors, I could watch it. That being said, the guy they had playing the Professor is a man known as named Ian McShane, who I know from Deadwood. And if you've seen Deadwood, you know that I'm extremely disappointed that at no time did this man ever utter the phrase cocksucker. You're probably thinking, Kyrix, why would you expect that? Watch Deadwood. It's like the man's only line. It's just to say cocksucker every 5 minutes, it seems like. And that's just who I associate the guy with. You know, it's not good, it's not bad, it just is. But it was a lot of fun. And tonight, because I have a day off, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to see another movie if there's one debuting, which there was. Sometimes there isn't, tonight there was. And I was toying with the idea of seeing that La Llorona movie, which is apparently some kind of Mexican spirit or ghost that steals children. Which, if you have children, is probably extremely terrifying to think about. I do not have children, so...
are an essential component of many habitat modules.
Let's get a couple of these peepers just raw so I can pick these up. Where'd the silver go?
30 seconds.
The fuck did that silver go? There it is. So anyway, I've already picked the ticket up. I'm gonna see that at about 8 o'clock. I'm gonna catch it in D-Box. Hopefully it'll be fun. If not, it was free, you know.
Oxygen.
It cost me nothing but time. And time that I wasn't expecting to have. You know, you can't complain about that, really. When it's time you weren't expecting to have in the first goddamn place, you know, you just do what you do. Alright, let's get this better tank so I can breathe more. There we go. But, yeah, I was not in any way, shape, or form expecting to have another day off today. And I would be madder about it if not for the fact that, you know, I kind of wanted the day off. Plus, it was good because Reaper needed me to do a drop-off for the brush. Because you had to be a resident of St. Pete, which I am. And he is not. So he needed to have someone who was a St. Pete resident go with him so he could drop the brush off so that he could do more yard work. Because he has to pick up the shit because the neighbor who used to do the yard work is extremely jealous and will fucking snitch on us if we do not clean it up immediately. Because he did that before. And, so yeah, I'm having some fun. So I'm gonna try and do some Pokemon stuff later today. Just on my own, just casual. I actually bought a new game. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like The Path or something. No. Maybe. It's not something I particularly was enthused about. I mean, I'm not unenthused about it. I just happened to log into Steam for something, noticed that I had something in my inventory, and figured, oh, maybe Sammy sent me something again. Or maybe I unlocked another badge for something. I still don't know what those fucking things are all about. But turns out it was a coupon a discount, like 10% coupon for this game that I think expires tomorrow, and I'm like, well, I get paid on Thursday. Fuck it, I'll grab it. Doesn't seem like a horrible thing to use my money on. And thus far, I imagine it won't be. I am going to have to play it within the couple days, because I had a game, I don't remember what it was called, but it was some Russian-ish game where it was developed in Russia, but it had English language, and it no longer has support, per se. And my game basically crashed whenever I would try and load it. And I tried to get a refund, and it's like, oh, you've had this game for a month, we don't want to give you a refund on it. I'm like, yeah, but I played it all of 2 minutes. Like, well, you should have played it sooner, so you could have told us. I'm like, okay, fuck it then. But I would really like to find some more fragments, please. Also, I'm pretty sure that escape pod moves. I don't know if it moves once you start the game, though. I'm reasonably sure it actually does. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't spawn in the same place each time. Because I don't think I've ever had it parked directly over the fucking geyser like that before. Oh, also, if you've ever wondered, like I have, if that radiation happens before the aurora blows up, the answer is yes, because I've tried to get close to it, like on day 1 or something. It's like, nope, lethal amounts of radiation, get the fuck out of there. I'm like, okay, I guess not.
Caution. Continued degradation of the aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continuing to monitor.
Alright, let's put some shit away. Just put some shit away. I don't necessarily need it right now. Give me that salt. That works. That's nothing special. Oops. Ah, that's what it is. I need a coral tube sample to make bleach. Non-vegetarian filtered water made out of a fish. You don't say non-vegetarian. Again, who the fuck's ever heard of vegetarian water? On that note, what do I need for this? Computer chip, wiring kit, battery. Cool. Alright, do I have any copper ore on me? Also, I'm going to need that silver. Yes. I'm going to need another silver. Wonderful. Alright, I'm going to need a gold and some table coral. Not a big deal. Well, the table coral isn't a big deal. I still need to find the gold and the silver. Which should both be down here somewhere. Titanium. Gold. There's the gold I needed. Let's get some more quartz for glass. Heat damage is really inconsistent. I've sat in the same heat source for a while and been fine, and then gotten a little closer and been completely nuked in seconds. So there's no consistency in this bullshit. Now obviously, as you'd expect, if I get directly into that geyser, it's my ass. But, I've got more air. Let's grab some more shit. Oh, I've got room. I got room, bitch. Let's do this. Oh. I can go straight in there from here? Well, shit. Well, we're gonna save that for later. Oh god. See, now my health's going down a lot faster. It might also be that the more time you spend in it, the worse it gets. Which reminds me, I need to make use of the first aid kit that always spawns in here. Basically, this thing has a first aid kit fabricator, so this actually maintains usefulness even after you have a base, because a lot of people, myself included, never bother to make one of those, because we don't get hurt often enough to need it. You know what I mean? Oh shit, table coral. Yeah, let's get a table coral. Let's get lots of table coral. Fuck it. Alright, that should do for now. Oh, coral tube. Derp. Computer chip. Wiring kit.
New blueprint acquired.
Now I can make the advanced wiring kit, which is the absolute bane of my fucking existence. Because that requires a normal wiring kit and other bullshit as well. Ooh, this thing.
Capable of withstanding extreme
I'm gonna need that.
environmental conditions.
You get fiber mesh again, I don't remember. Ah, those, okay. Creepvine samples. Alright, creepvine samples.
Seek fluid intake.
I'll seek fluid intake when I'm damn good and ready. Advanced wiring kit. So, let me see. Another computer chip. So, another one of these. That's cool. Grabbed all that coral for a reason. Alright, gonna need another one of those. And 2 more gold. Also gonna need some creepvine.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So, let's do this. Let's get the creepvine first. That's the easiest part. Can't fucking see! That's better. Okay, there's the creepvine. Let me just check my clock. 32 minutes. That's cool. You know what? Let's hit the surface first. Or better yet, let's make that fiber mesh first, because it'll save my inventory if I go in here. Every time you die, not that I'm expecting to die, but every time you die, there is the slim chance that you will drop a certain amount of things where you died. But if you save your inventory by going into a place, that gets a lot better. Oh, this one. Okay, now I just need... Oh, just a wiring kit. Well, what the fuck did I need the advanced wiring kit for, then? Or did I just decide I needed one? I probably just decided that I needed one. Or I misread the fucking thing. Which is about the same thing, really. Yeah, I don't think I'm finding shit in the dark. Gonna have to wait till sunrise. Oh, my butt. Oh, it didn't cook my butt. That's good. But yeah, you can expect to see some SubNautica for the next couple weeks at the very least, because this is a good chance to play the game. Ah, I should get the coral tube samples while I'm out here. Make some bleach. Oh, cool, I can just hack one little bit off. That's better. These little beauties here are actually peeper eggs. Not that I'll know that for a while. Basically, I have to get a special type of container, not container, but building, called alien containment, I want to say. And the alien containment is where I can put those eggs, and they will hatch into whatever they are. And once I've hatched the egg for the first time, it'll show up as, oh, this is a peeper egg the next time I find one. So that's cool. But for the time being, it's just an alien creature egg. Alright, let me make some bleach. Some goddamn bleach.
Bleach is an essential chemical used for cleaning wounds and purifying water.
Oddly enough, I think it's only used for making water in this game.
Preparing the day's water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death.
Oh, bladderfish. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Now, near as I can tell, these little fuckers never expire as long as you don't cook them. So as long as I don't cook them, they'll just stay viable the entire time. So that's cool. Can I get some sunrise, please? Come on, how much longer can it take? Fine, I'll muddle through the dark, I guess. I can't see shit. What, does the geyser go to bed at night or some shit? Oh, it's active, alright. No, I can't do this, not in the dark. I literally can't tell the difference between a cave and nothingness. Oh, that cooked my ass fast. I think maybe I dropped some coral. Or my bladderfish. I dropped the bladderfish, didn't I? No, I still got my bladderfish. Now let's make something to eat while I'm here. No. Cook a peeper.
The fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs.
Oh, nice. Peepers give water to... Oh, much better. Now I can see. So yeah, death is obviously not the ideal outcome for anything, really. But yeah, I literally couldn't tell the difference between caves and not caves there. And yeah, that thing just flat out cooked my ass. Like, irrevocably, you are charred biscuits and gravy forever. Okay, this is a thing that I will obviously... Oh no, please no.
For cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation.
Alright, lead's useful, but not for what I need right now. Well, that thing's been cooked. Either that or the crashfish blew it up. Speaking of crashfish... Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. There's more of them. So many more of them. Alright, let's swim around these. Shit! Stumble into their goddamn nest or something. Good news is this should be all the sulfur I will ever need. I'm not even sure what you use sulfur for. Oh, hi! Hi, stalker! What the fuck you're doing down here, but okay. Ow. Biting me. That explains it. Silver. Got it. Good. Go. Gonna... Alright, I really need you to stop now. Like, more than anything in the world right now, please. I might make it. I might. You have a grace period before you black out and die completely. And I got it. Oh, I'm trying to make the rebreather. I'm like, what am I trying to make again? Yeah, I just needed the normal. What did I think I needed the advanced for? Basically, the rebreather is for me getting down low for shit. Okay, I have that. Normally, when you get down below, I want to say it's 200 meters. 200 meters, your air will deplete like fucking crazy. And because that's not conducive for a long life, you don't want that to happen. So you get a rebreather, which balances out your oxygen. Now here's the funny thing. There is no threshold for that. At all. So I can get a vehicle that will take me down 500 feet. Well, 450 feet. And I'll get down to 460 and the thing will start to crush. I will get out and fix that thing with no ill effects. Go figure. Is that my beacon? That's a beacon. No, that's a sea glide. That's even better than a beacon. I actually use beacons a lot in this game. Because I'm horrible at getting around, so I can just look in the distance and see, oh, this beacon leads to this thing that I want to find later. Now, you'll notice I'm finding and scanning fragments of things, and it's like, oh, you found 2 out of 3 of these. Well, what happens if you find fragments of things you've already collected? That's what happens. They turn into a couple titanium. I think it's always 2, but I don't know. Let's scan the bladderfish real quick. Scan. Now become mine. I want to say that's a crashfish egg, but I don't know. Weirdest thing, to the best of my knowledge, eggs never hatch in the wild. Fuck are you? Oh, a whole fish. Mine now. Push this out of the way. Come on, can you push? Sometimes it lets me push them. Maybe I need the sea glide to push. God damn it. Double god damn it.
30 seconds.
To me, that only confirms those are crashfish eggs. I would try and go back and get their sulfur, but I don't need it for obvious reasons. Oh, these little guys are cool. Reefbacks. As the name suggests, they support an entire goddamn ecosystem on their back. Sometimes with some exotic plants. And I'm drifting a little too close to the Aurora. It'll warn me before I start getting radiation, though. So this is the kind of shit I'm looking for. Fragments. I hate those little buggers. Hate them so much. But this is the place I wanted to find. Okay, that's good. A bioreactor. It's not the best. I'd rather have the thermal for obvious reasons. I mean, I am right next to a place that would let me use it. Care with their wings. Sea moth, that's useful. I can't do anything with it yet, but it will be useful in the near future.
This biome supports extensive biome diversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
There are definitely a number of caves nearby. Did not exaggerate about that. Fortunately for me, though, sand sharks are really stupid. Unfortunately, they're also really aggressive. What I mean by stupid is they do not have the patience to go after you, and unless they actively chase you, they will not catch you. Alright, Wings, you need to move, sweetie. Daddy can't see his air. Winkles, move, baby. I love you, but you cannot be there. So yeah, you're very rarely in danger from sand sharks, unless you're being stationary for some reason. At some point when I start establishing a base, I'll probably come back to one of the reef backs and harvest some plants off them for reasons that I won't get into now. But for now, we're going to head back to my escape pod, heal up, eat up, that kind of shit, and just get ready in general. I'll just shortcut a name for this thing until I can transfer it to the computer. It'll be fun. I have been doing shit in bits and pieces for my recordings. I haven't done much actual recording, but I have been setting up for them. Like, I've been doing a lot of off-screen grinding for Attack on Titan 2, because I need to. On Monday, Reaper's going to come over again, and we're going to do more Resident Evil 2. Or, I'm sorry, not Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil Revelations 2. Two very different games there, buddy. And the differences matter. I'm just checking the various things I can build right now. Nothing oh, there is something I need. Let's cook the whole fish. I'm gonna eat it. Nominy nom nom nom. Also some water to wash it down with. Alright, we're just gonna call it here. And I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.